The XT series is all about putting maximum control at your fingertips, and the X-T2 doesn't disappoint here. It features enough dedicated physical controls to rival professional DSLRs. Once you get a feel for it, it makes changing settings a breeze, and the tactile feedback from the dials can't be beat. Intimidating? Sure, but advanced users love the feel. All that control does mean the top of the camera is a bit crowded, with the FN button, in particular, being somewhat difficult to reach, as it sits sandwiched between the shutter speed and exposure compensation dials. But Fujifilm has done a good job of putting the most frequently used controls where they can be easily accessed. Of course, none of this is new. At first glance, one would be forgiven for mistaking the X-T2 for the X-T1. The camera bears a striking resemblance to its predecessor, which certainly isn't a bad thing. The top deck is almost identical, packed with dials for ISO, shutter speed, exposure compensation, drive mode, and metering mode. A closer investigation reveals some subtle changes from the X-T1, however. The shutter button is now threaded for a standard mechanical cable release, just like the X-T10 and X Pro series, and a dedicated video button no longer resides beside it, nor anywhere else on the camera. The ISO dial can now be turned up to 12,800, a stop higher than on the X-T1, and the shutter speed dial hits 1/8000th of a second, a stop faster than before. The back of the camera is, again, very similar to the X-T1, save for two key changes. The focus assist button has been replaced with a dedicated f-point selector, which is a very welcome move. No longer is selecting a focus point a two-step process. The LCD screen is also more flexible, with a